Today is National Voter Registration Day.
And while this is a reminder of the importance of voting either in person or by absentee ballot, it's also a day the Better Business Bureau is warning of scammers pretending to be pollsters, campaign volunteers, and even some candidates. Tiffany Bernhardt-Schultz is the Southwest Wisconsin Regional Director for the Better Business Bureau. Tiffany, good to see you again.
Hi, Tiffany. Good to see you.
Good afternoon.
Wow, the scammers are coming out in full. First it was the pandemic and now it's the election. What do people really need to be paying attention to?
Scammers follow the news, and this is really the perfect storm for scammers. They're always on top of the latest news. So it's really important to pay attention to what's going on in the phone calls that you're receiving, the text messages, the emails, because scammers are out there in full force in different forms of political scams. The first one being fundraising scams, where they claim to represent a political candidate, and they're raising money on behalf of that political candidate to support the campaign. Now, if they're collecting funds for a specific cause, you want to be able, if you're wanting to donate to that campaign, you don't want to donate to the person who calls you. You want to find the official website, donate through that website, or find the local campaign office, because like I said, scammers are claiming to represent these political candidates where they're really not even affiliated with them.
I get a lot of texts from the candidates and surrogates, and press here to donate money.
Right, and that's completely wrong. They are using the form of text messaging to lure their victims in as well. So not only the phone calls, but the text messages, the emails, the social media messaging, all of those are tactics that they use to lure their victims to make it seem real.
Is it safe to say if you don't recognize the number on the phone, you probably shouldn't pick it up?
Absolutely. Scammers use spoofing to make it look like it's coming from an official source, possibly in Washington, D.C., or wherever they're calling from. Some of them come in from Virginia. I've gotten some of those myself. So I really want to pay attention. Even though it looks real, it may not be real. The recommendation from the BBB is to not even answer that phone call. And if you do answer the call, hang up immediately.
I get a lot of fake calls with a 608 area code.
Yeah.
They're ghosting that way.
They're spoofing a local phone number for you to answer, because once you've answered, they've realized that they have reached a working phone number, and they'll just continue to call you because they have reached that working number.
Yeah, they're getting so sophisticated. I mean, it's really hard to tell what's real from what's fake. And now with so much anxiety about voting for the upcoming election, some people are pretending to be pollsters and asking for your opinion on a survey, right?
Right. So they conduct a political survey, and they may be asking you questions about your political side. But one thing that the scammers are doing that a real official pollster will not do is offering you a prize for participating. Well, pollsters will never offer you a prize for participating, and then once you get through that conversation, they'll transfer you to another representative, and they'll ask for your credit card number to pay for shipping or taxes on that prize. So be very wary. Political calls are legitimate calls as long as they're not selling you anything. And in this case, they would be selling you something, and that would be an illegal call. And political calls and pollsters will never ask for your credit card information.
And never give your credit card out to an unsolicited call, no matter what they're doing.
Absolutely.
Well, we'll get through this, hopefully, and just make sure you know who you're talking to.
Yeah, it's great advice and important distinctions to know what's real and what isn't. I'm sure we'll see you again very soon, Tiffany. Thanks so much for your help. Keep up the good work.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.